welcome back. Welcome if you are new. My name is Hallie. Hi, I'm so happy that you're here. Today, I have such an exciting video. I am now a reader. Thank you, thank you. It's lovely to be here. I have been thoroughly enjoying myself. I read one book and had such an amazing time that I started consuming book content at an unhealthy rate and am now creating my own book content because I'm so obsessed. If you hear my toddlers in the background, no, you don't. I am a mom. I have 2 toddlers. Mark, my husband, is with them right now, but they're playing, and I would rather them be happy and playing and loud than sad and crying. So I'm not gonna make them be quiet. Anyway, I am now a reader, and not only a new reader, but a new reader who wants to make content about books. I want to have like a decent amount of books to choose from, especially because I feel like in the beginning of your reading journey, you don't really know what you like to read, I guess, so you don't really know your reading taste. The reason you're here today is because I have built, my husband hung up some floating shelves the other day for me to create my first ever bookshelf thing, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I absolutely love this hobby because not only do you get to read stories that immerse you in this world and you get to find so many characters that you love and just all this stuff, like not only do you get all that, but you get cute bookshelves too. Give me a hobby that occupies my time and my brain and also looks so cute. Please and thank you. I did record the other day whenever we put up the bookshelf, so I will insert that right here. Hello, Hallie in the past. Today I'm going to, well, not me, mostly Mark, probably, because I just don't want to deal with it. But today we're going to be putting up my first ever bookshelf, which is not technically a bookshelf because I don't have enough room for a bookshelf in this room, but I have this tiny little space right here, and I have these floating shelves that I got on Amazon. And at the last house that we lived at, I had a similar area where I just did them like floor to ceiling, but at that house I just used it for like decoration and stuff because I did not read. But when we moved here and I became a reader, I was like, that is perfect. I don't have that many books anyway. As of now, I've only bought, I think, 7 books, and I've only read 2 of them so far. So I'm like claiming to be a reader. Whatever, I am. But anyway, I feel like it's the perfect size for just a little starter area, and then if I end up running out of space, that's a problem for future Hallie. Texting me mom. So we are going to put these all up. So I have a curtain rod right there. I think I'm gonna put the shelves up to like there and space them out to where there's just like an inch at the top so I can fit as many as possible. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 of them. Hopefully they all fit with books and stuff. If not, there's one other spot I could put some books, but I'm not sure. So we shall see. A little influencer. Can you go ahead? Look at with your little pen in your ear. You're so cute. It's okay. I literally wanted to die. So those are the bookshelves that we hung up. I'm so excited to fill them all. It has been so cute. Even just like laying in bed and like looking at my empty bookshelves, that makes me happy. So today I really want to go to half price books first because, again, especially as a new reader, like I don't really know for sure what I will like and what I won't. And books are so expensive, and I feel like I have a lot of books to catch up on because in Book Talk and BookTube there's a lot of the same books that a lot of booktubers have read already. So I do feel a little bit behind, but on a positive side, it kind of is nice because I have so many books that like are highly rated by so many people. And also if I start a series, a lot of the books are already out in the series, so I won't have to wait as long to read those. So I'm trying to look at the positives of kind of starting late too. But anyway, I want to go to half price books and see just what I can find. I definitely want to look for a lot of thrillers and fantasies, I think, especially for the month of October. I want to read a lot of thrillers because obviously Halloween, spooky season, all that stuff. But then also like going into fall and winter, I really want to read a lot of fantasies and like see if I like it, because one thing about me is I love Harry Potter, but I have never read the books. I know, shame. I've never read the books and I really want to. And I almost want to like read it and compare it to the movies because that's what I've fallen in love with. Like I literally rewatch the series every other month. There's like a bunch of fantasies that are highly rated by so many people that I also want to read. But I don't know if those will be at half price books because they are so popular. Like I don't know who's really donating those ones. So this is my first ever bookshelf organization vlog, first ever book shopping vlog, first ever book haul. I will like go through and tell you all of the books I'm starting my collection with, but I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. Like I'm so excited. I don't know. I'm just so excited. Consider me a booktuber now. I do want to say though, before we leave to the bookstore, I have anxiety. So I'm going to try and record in the bookstore and like get cute clips and stuff. I don't think today I'll be taking my camera inside because like, let me show you how big this thing is. Okay. This is the camera. She's large and in charge, and I just upgraded to this mic, which is like even bigger. So I feel like going into a bookstore as a new reader and like carrying this giant thing around is not something that I'm capable of at the moment. I am going to attempt to at least record some clips with my phone. Just bear with me. Okay. Let's go to the bookstore. I am so excited. I am literally so excited to buy books. This is the new best thing for me. Let's go. Hello, you guys. My son just said, unicorns like chicken butts. Okay, you guys, it has been a few days since I have last seen you, since we went book shopping and everything. Later that same day, I actually went and had a girls' night with a couple of my friends and we like painted pottery and stuff. And then the day after that, I was working on literally just editing and making little graphics for the videos, which you guys will have seen at this point. I hope you guys like the new color scheme and everything. I don't know if anyone else cares as much as I do. Like I literally overthink that so hard. But now that is done, I don't have to do that hopefully for a while. I was about to start editing this video and I realized that I never even showed you guys what I got. So I want to really quickly go through everything that I got. First, I want to start off by saying I probably won't do another book buying haul this big for a while at least. I want to get through majority of these books before I even think about buying new books. Besides, there are a couple new releases that I already have pre-ordered, and then there's a couple of books that I wanted to buy but I didn't because the covers that I wanted them in were out of stock. So we'll probably still purchase those and like maybe something here and there if it catches my attention, but I probably won't be doing a haul this big for a while because this is like a lot, you know, but like my bookshelves are all empty. I have to fill them. I have to. Not all the way. I want to have room to put, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. I have everything separated into genres. First genre that I want to show you guys everything that I got in is thriller mystery. These are probably going to be the books that I read first, I guess. Not first, but like the soonest. Does that that makes sense? Okay. Obviously because we're like in October, like spooky season, and then I feel like even through November, you know, like just the fall vibes I feel like are perfect for like spook, you know? The first two that I want to start off with, I actually am going to be starting a reading vlog tonight. I got The Housemaid and The Housemaid's Secret. First of all, I don't like to know too much about a book before I start it. I think it's just like more fun to go into it blind. So most of these, I only have like a basic idea of what happens in them, and I love it that way. I feel like it keeps me interested in the book as I go because the whole time I'm like, literally, what is this about? Like, what is this about? Also, no, I did not take any of the stickers off the book yet. I will be doing that. I just am lazy, but you'll be able to see which ones I got where also, which I forgot to say. So these two I did get at Target, but Target is honestly really nice. I didn't realize how good of book prices they had. They have like 20 to 30% off all their books, and then a lot of times if you look at them on the Target app, they'll be even cheaper, and then they'll just like price match them with no questions asked in store. So a lot of these actually were a really good price. But anyways, from what I can tell, this book is about a housemaid, obviously. She is a maid for like a rich couple, and the wife of the couple, I guess, is just like a little bit off. She's a little bit off. She's a little bit like condescending to the housemaid, and I think the housemaid discovers a secret she's not supposed to know or something. Last night I read like the first page. So I wrote the prologue. Prologue? Is that how you say that word also? Prologue? I literally don't know what it's called, but I read it. It's literally 2 pages, or like 1 page front to back. That's a page. That's one single physical page. In the prologue, you learn that someone was murdered, but then it takes you back to 3 months ago. And at that point, I made myself stop reading because I want to make a video reading only thrillers for like 1 to 2 weeks. And I was like, I feel like if I get past this first page, I'm not going to be able to put the book down, and then I will start the video halfway through the book already. So I did make myself stop. It already sounds super interesting. So I'm really excited to read this one. I haven't read anything about the second one yet because I don't want to spoil anything for myself in the first book, especially because I do like to go into things blind. So the only reason that I bought the second one at the same time is everyone that I've seen read these immediately went into the first book and like didn't want to have to wait. So if I'm reading it in the middle of the night and I finish it, I want to be able to start the second one, which I do a lot of my reading at night because I am a stay-at-home mom and I have 2 toddlers, and reading is practically impossible unless either one of them is napping or like doing some kind of arts and crafts thing. So majority of my reading is done at night whenever I can actually process the words that I'm reading. The next one I got that I'm so excited about is called The Perfect Marriage. This one is basically about a husband and a wife. The wife is a successful lawyer. Her husband is a struggling writer. So he's a little bit insecure about that, I'm assuming. That just sounded so mean. You'll understand in a second. So apparently he's cheating on his wife, and that's why I said, oh, he must be insecure about that, like AKA causing the cheating, you know? Anyway, he has a mistress and she ends up dead. Obviously, who do we think killed her? The husband, obviously. However, because the wife is a successful defense attorney, she will be defending her husband, which first of all, no. No. If I was a defense attorney and my husband was on trial for murdering his mistress, I'd be like, good luck, I hope the pussy was worth it. And I'm gonna tell all my bestie lawyers not to represent you. So I don't know. This sounds super interesting to me. Very excited to read this. I'll probably read this in the same video that I read these two. I'm assuming. I don't know. Honestly, there's so many thrillers that I want to read that I don't know what I'm going to put into that video. I might end up doing like multiple thriller read videos during the fall. I did take the sticker off this one, but I got this one at Target too. The next one I actually have such a cute story for. So I was in Half Price Books and I was so nervous because one, I don't really go to the grocery store a lot by myself because I have anxiety. Second of all, I was also trying to like record myself, which was like super out of my comfort zone, especially being alone. But I walked down this aisle and I was looking at a different thriller book, and there was a employee in that aisle like with a book cart putting books away, and so automatically I'm like super nervous because there's a person right there and I want to be alone, but I'm in a public place obviously. So I was just like minding my business, reading the book, and then he just left the aisle out of nowhere, and I was like, oh, like maybe he doesn't want to be around anybody either, like I don't know. But then he came back and he was like, oh my gosh, if you're interested in that book, book, you should really read this. So I bought it, obviously, because that is so nice. That is so nice of you. And now the entire time that I read this book, I will be thinking of that man. He was just like this little old man working at the bookshop. The book does also sound really interesting. Like, I didn't just buy it because he chose it for me. That's so nice. But it also sounds really interesting. So apparently it is about a podcaster who is doing an episode about this murder. Or no, it wasn't a murder. I don't really know what else happens because I don't want to know, you know? I want to stay kind of confused until I read it. It's called The Night Swim by, oh my god, I didn't even say the authors of these books. I'm like even a booktuber, I don't even know what I'm doing. It's okay. The Housemaid is by Frida McFadden, and then The Perfect Marriage is by Geneva Rose. And then this one is The Night Swim by Megan Golden. I feel like I'm gonna have a special connection to this book just because that old man was so nice. Maybe it's like not that big of a deal to like normal social people, but for me that just like touched my soul, because when I think about it, I imagine me doing that for someone and like I would have to be so brave. So I feel like it means more to me because I'm like, wow, you really went out of your way. Love this. The next book, also very excited to read this, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This one is about a high school senior, Andy Bell, who was murdered by her boyfriend and then he killed himself. It's kind of like a lot for the first sentence of a 5 years later, there is now another high schooler who is doing her like high school senior report on them, and then she starts to be like, okay, well this is kind of fishy, this doesn't add up, and then she starts looking into it further, which kind of draws attention to herself. Some spooky things start happening to her as well, I think. Again, don't know much, but that's how I like it. The next book that I got is Happiness Falls by Angie Kim. This one honestly sounds so interesting and I love the cover. Like, it's so cute. This one is about, I believe, a husband and a son who, are they on vacation when it happens? I don't even think they're on vacation. I literally think that this dad and son just go missing out of nowhere and the entire book is just trying to figure out what happened to them. That sounds super interesting. I love the cover. I love the colors. So cute. Very excited to read this one. The next two books are both Lucy Foley books. I got The Guest List, which this one I believe is about a murder that happens at a wedding. That's all I know about it. I love books that are set at weddings, first of all. Oh, it's off the coast of Ireland. Oh, like, I don't know. The setting of this just sounds like it'll be so cozy to read in the winter. It's off the coast of Ireland. They're celebrating the wedding of Jules Keegan and Will Slater. Oh, Will is a television star. Love that. And it's by the sea. It's on the coast by the sea. I'm so excited to read this. It sounds so interesting. And then the other Lucy Foley book that I got is The Paris Apartment. I feel like this has been a super popular book recently as well. This one I believe is about a girl who, what is it about? Okay, she's staying at her half-brother's apartment because she has no money. Oh, and Ben goes missing. And then spooky things start happening to her at the apartment. That sounds interesting. I've heard really good things about Lucy Foley and both of these books, so very excited to read those. The next book I'm so excited to read. It is The Only One Left by Riley Sager. First of all, I love this cover. I love it. It is so satisfying. It also was like so smooth, which I love. But I also really like that in the cover where they give the synopsis, he highlighted 3 sentences to give you just like a basic gist, which as we now know, this is what I love. I like to know just enough, but really not anything at all. And what it says is, at 17, Lenora Hope hung her sister with a rope, stabbed her father with a knife, took her mother's happy life. It wasn't me, Lenora said, but she's the only one not dead. That was enough for me to buy this book. That plus the cover, I'm reading it. The next book is Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. This one I'm actually really excited to read as well. I love covers that have kind of like a setting on the front because then I feel like while I'm reading it, like I picture myself here. And I love this. I want to be here. But it's about a family that goes on a vacation to like their family vacation house. Maybe they're all, I think they're supposed to be there for a family meeting and only be there for like a couple hours or something. Oh, okay. They're there for Nana's 80th birthday. I remember that. Ooh, and at the stroke of midnight, Nana's dead. That's what I remember. I say that like it's not a good thing. She dies at midnight, and then on each hour after that, I guess someone else keeps going missing, and they have to reveal their secrets and like, you know, everything to like solve the mystery. I want to read this. This sounds so interesting. The next book, we all know her. Most of you love her. The Silent Patient by... I don't know how to say this name, I'm not gonna lie, so if I try and say it wrong, no I didn't. Alex We're We're just gonna call him Alex, okay? This one, I feel like everyone has read it already at this point, and I'm very excited because it is on a lot of people's 5-star read lists. But it's basically, if you don't know, about this girl that murders her husband, I believe. She just randomly murders her husband one day and then she never talks again after that. And that's basically what it's about. I'm really intrigued by this book. I mean, that's literally all I know about it. So, okay, well, these are all of the mystery thriller books that I bought to start off my book collection. So let's move on to the next genre. I think I'm just gonna do fantasy next because I didn't really buy that many fantasy books, but I will probably also be reading fantasies a lot going into the fall and winter because again, it's just the vibe. The first fantasy book that I had to buy obviously is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, and I did also pre-order the second book coming out because I'm just anticipating really like this, but a lot of people say that it's very similar to Hunger Games and Divergent, which I like both of those, but it's just like those but with dragons, I guess. So sign me up. The next books, plural, that I got, this is so funny. I got the entire ACOTAR series. Hear me out. I was originally only gonna buy the first book, but then they put them on sale on Amazon. So what's a girl to do but buy the entire set if it's on sale, you know? I am really excited about these. I genuinely, like every other one of these books, don't know what this is about at all. However, multiple of my friends have mentioned this book. Shout out to my OG bestie, Chloe. Shout out to you, Chloe, for recommending this literally months ago before I was even like in my reading phase, okay? She texted me and she was like, you need to read these. I'm reading it right now and it's so good. Little did I know I would later be obsessed with books and buy the entire set, so she's gonna be so happy. Chloe, if you're watching this, I love you so much and thank you, girl. I will be thinking of you the entire time I read these. So excited. The only thing with this box set is I guess people said that after you read it, it doesn't fit back in the box. So, oh well, to that, I guess. It'll be nice while it lasts. That's literally all the fantasy books that I got. The last genre, well, no. Okay. Obviously, I have Tomorrow. I felt like I should just include it so I can show you guys my entire collection. I don't have my Verity copy because I lent it to my friend. She's not a reader, but I'm trying to get her to be. So I gave it to her. I also did buy A Little Life by, if I butcher this, I'm so sorry. By Hanya Yanagihara? Did I say that right? All I know is this is about a group of best friends and it's just their entire life story, which I wasn't originally going to pick this one up because Tomorrow was so slow for me to get through and it wasn't like the best book. It was a good book, but I probably wouldn't reread that or recommend that to people. However, a lot of people said that this book changed their lives, so I'm gonna try it. I don't know when, but I will at some point read this book and I'll probably make an entire dedicated vlog to this book just because so many people have this on a pedestal. I want to give her the love that she deserves. Moving on to romance, which my camera battery is actually gonna die, so let me switch that out real quick. Moving on to the last genre that I have, I'm gonna start off strong with the queen of romance books. That's right, baby, Emily Henry. And do I feel bad for getting all of her adult romance books? No. Did I also already pre-order? Funny story? Yes. So I got Beach Read. Don't know what this is about. Obviously romance, but that's it. People We Meet on Vacation. This one I think is about two writers. Don't know. And I don't want to find out. Like all of these, I don't want to know what they're about besides what I've seen on social media. Book Lovers. This one my friend Anna actually got me for my birthday last year. This is apparently one of her favorite books. So Anna, I love you so much, boo. I'll be thinking of you the entire time I read this. And then the last Emily Henry book is Happy Place, which is like everybody's obsession. You cry, sob, literally throw up while reading this, changes your life. This one I do know the most about because TikTok. It is about a couple. They are part of a friend group. They've been part of for forever. They broke up, but none of their friends know, and it is now time for their annual friend like vacation. However, none of them know that they're broken up. The house that they go to every single year is up for sale, so this will definitely be the last year that they're able to do this vacation at this house. So they don't want to like tell all their friends that they are broken up and ruined the last year at the house. They're like, okay, let's just pretend we can make it through one more vacation, like it'll be fine. And that's all I know about this one. I'm so excited to read all of those. I think I'm definitely going to do an entire vlog where I read Emily Henry's book to like prepare for her new release. So I'm so excited. I'll definitely have to be in a big fantasy mood though, because one after another will be a lot. The next author that I got a lot of books from is Tessa Bailey. My besties Sam and Anna, that is one of their favorite authors alongside Emily Henry. So, you know, I just had to. So I originally picked up this one. It is called Secretly Yours. I originally picked it up because obviously it was Tessa Bailey and I've heard a lot about her from my friends, and it was pink. So I was like, let me just see. I start reading the back and the main character's name is Hallie, and it is spelled the same way as mine, which is like so rare. I've only ever met one other Hallie in my life. Obviously there's like Halle Bailey, and also there's Halle Berry, which everyone always asks me if I'm named after her, and I guess I'm not. My mom just really liked the name. And also another side note, anytime that I introduce myself to people, they physically like cannot say Hallie. They're always like, oh, Haley, Holly, and I'm like Halle Berry, and they're like, oh. I can say that. I can do that, Halle Berry. So anyway, the main character's name is Hallie and it's spelled the same way as mine. And so I was like, I just have to read this. And then the second one is called Unfortunately Yours. So I got both of them and they had them both at Half Price Books. The next one is also part of a duology by Tessa Bailey. The first one is It Happened One Summer. This is actually my friend Sam's. Sam, hi. I love you so much. I will also be thinking of you the entire time that I read this. This is her copy. She lent it to me. I don't really know what it's about. All she told me is that it's so good and I trust her with my life. So I will be reading this. And then the second one is called Hook, Line, and Sinker. Don't know what that's about, but because it was part of that series and she said it's so good, I saw this at Half Price Books and I was like, oh, perfect. Continuing on the trend of borrowed books, I do have two more books that I actually borrowed from my sister, Ashley. Ashley, you know I love you. So she lent me Twilight because I mentioned that I wanted to reread the series and she has a couple of copies. So she actually brought it over and was like, hey, here's my copy, you can just borrow it and then give it back when you're done reading it. So I kind of want to do a video like rereading the whole series because the only other time that I've read it, I was a senior in high school. So I genuinely don't even remember, one, if I fully read the last book or two. I'm pretty sure I read the first three at least, but I don't remember if I even read the last book. And secondly, I just don't really remember my experience. So I want to reread it now as an adult and as a person who actually likes reading. She also lent me this Colleen Hoover book, Layla. This one I believe is about a girl who was in a fire. I don't know. Speaking of Colleen Hoover, I got 3 other of her books, but I kind of want to read a bunch of them just to see if people hate on her because she got super popular and the books are like not good, or they just don't like her as a person. I might make a video reading her books. I don't know. But I got It Ends With Us, It Starts With Us, and then Ugly Love. On to the last books of the video. This one I'm so excited for because if you watch literally anyone on social media, they will say that this series is so good. It is the first in the Twisted series. I got Twisted Love. I was so tempted to buy all of them, but at this point I had already done all this. So I'm like, should I buy the entire series? Probably not. Don't know what this is about, but it has so many ratings that again, I'm just gonna trust them with my life and go into it fully blind. The next book that I got is The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. I actually saw this at the store before I ever went book shopping and I just like, meh, you know, I didn't read it. I just looked at the cover and I was like, eh, probably not something I'd be interested in. Horrible of me, I know. I've since then seen a couple of vlogs where people read this and it is super highly rated and it does sound pretty interesting. It's about this apartment where whenever the main character goes into it, it goes back in time 7 years or something. I don't know. I know. I got the first book in the Shatter Me series by Tahira Mafi. I feel like I maybe said that one right. I don't know what this is about, but so many people just love this book. So I'm like, I have to read this series. I was so tempted to buy the entire series, but I restrained myself. Thank you. But if I like it, I might buy the rest of the books in the series. I don't know. Last 2 books, you guys. I'll start with this one, The Fine Print. There are 3 books in this series. It is called the Dreamland Billionaire series. This one, I believe, is a romance about this girl who inherits her grandfather's, is it an amusement park? Theme park? She inherits it and doesn't want it. I don't know. It is, I believe, like a Grumpy Sunshine type of romance. Just sounded good to me, so I got it. And the last book, this is honestly kind of really funny because it's random, but it's not. Okay, I got Things We Left Behind by Lucy Score, which I say it's funny because this is the third book in a series and I don't own the first 2 books. So it seems so random for me to have the third book. All 3 books are on Kindle Unlimited. So I was like, okay, if I want to read them, I'll read them on Kindle Unlimited first and then get the physical copies if I like it, right? That makes sense. Then I'm on Facebook Marketplace and this girl is selling hers brand new. So then I was like, okay, I'll just message her, like see if it's available, make sure there's no damage on it, you know, like maybe. Then I see that she literally lives like 2 minutes down the street and I'm like, I'm gonna get the book, okay? I'm gonna get the book. She's my neighbor. How cute, you know? I feel like I love getting books used equally as much as getting new books with like cute new covers or whatever, because like this book has more meaning than just being the book now, you know? Like she was my neighbor, she's read it already, like it's been, I don't know, like I just feel like it's so cute to share books. You don't know who read it before you, because I'm also like a people watcher. Like I love people watching and just like imagining what everyone else's life are like and you know, whatever. So then like getting this from a random person that is like my neighbor, the whole time I feel like I'll just be thinking like, who is she? What does she do with her life? You know, like what was she thinking whenever she got to this part? I don't know. That may make me sound like a psychopath, but I don't care. Those are all the books that I got. So all that's left is to put them on my bookshelves. I don't really have enough books for it to be like full, so they might be looking a little sparse at first, but honestly, that's fine. I have room to grow. I'm just now starting out as a reader, so I feel like this is more than enough books. I don't think I'm gonna be the type of person that's like, I read 30 books this month, you know, because one, like I said before, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so during the day, like 90% of my day is literally just like vacuuming up cookies off the floor, like chopping up little grapes for my toddlers to have. So I don't really... 90% of my reading will be done at night whenever I can actually focus on reading. So I just genuinely don't have enough time to read that many books. You know, like I really have loved reading, but I don't want to put too much pressure on it either to like read a bunch of books and then I stop enjoying it as much because I'm just thinking about all the books that I need to read and oh, I'm not reading fast enough. And then I feel like I also won't be retaining the information enough, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of just gonna like take it as it goes. If one month I literally read 2 books, then that's perfectly fine. If one month I read 5, then I will feel like a crazy person who read so many books, you know? Okay, let's put them on the shelves real quick, and then I think that's gonna be the end of this video. I'll let you guys see what it looks like. I don't know if I ever showed you guys this after I put the shelf, not me, after Marky finished putting the shelves up. We put up these 2 over here because they didn't all fit over there, so I'm thinking I'll use this little mini area as like my immediate TBR area because how cute, it's like 2 little shelves, you know? And then I will just put the rest of them over here. So let's put these up here real quick. Let me start off with thriller because I think I have the most thrillers besides romance. Let me pull out the ones that I want to be on my immediate TBR. So I think I'm definitely going to put The Housemaid and The Housemaid's Secret on my immediate TBR. I'm also going to put The Perfect... Are there thrillers that I want to read more than that? Okay, I'm going to put Daisy Darker on my immediate TBR. I'm going to put Night Swim. Oh, do I want to? No. Silent Patient. I'm gonna put Silent Patient on there, and then I'll pick one more thriller. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, actually. Okay, these are going to be the thrillers going on my TBR. The rest of these thrillers will go on le shelf. Does anybody else do that to get their books flat? Just throw it against your gut. What shelf do we think would be good for that? Maybe, I don't know, because do I want romance? Maybe I don't know. This is really not that big. I think I'm gonna do this shelf right here. And if I change my mind, oh well. Oh, I also got these. I got these little acrylic bookends because since these are like kind of just floating in the middle of space and I have toddlers that will run past this really quickly, I wanted something to like hold them in place, but I didn't want like a decorative bookend, so these are perfect because you literally won't see them. With toddlers, you just can't be safe enough. You just can't be too careful. It's her favorite pastime, just coming in here, messing with all my things, ripping them up. It's just so fun. Okay, I have these 2. See, like this is so silly because this is all of my thrillers that I have left over and it's so empty. Maybe I'll just, is that better? Does that look cute? I don't normally like whenever there's books laid sideways and stood up. When I'm looking at other people's bookshelves and stuff, I like when they're all lined up, but maybe my taste will change. I'm gonna keep an open mind and I'm gonna leave it like this for now and just keep going and we'll see. The next thing that I want to put on here is my ACOTAR series. I think I'm just gonna put this one right here. Yes, I'm gonna put this one right here, but I'm gonna put it in the center. Okay, because here's the thing. I only have one other fantasy, and I feel like having this next to the set looks so random, right? Like, doesn't it? Or does it not? Should I put it on this side? No, because then the back of the... Okay, maybe I'll just put it like this for now, and that'll be the start to my fantasy section. Above that, I think I'm gonna put Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow and A Little Life, because these are both more like literary fictions. So I think I'm just gonna put these sideways right here. Cute. Right now I'm leaving the top empty because I have a Lego set that me and Marky built that I'm gonna try up there. It's actually so cute. It's a little cabin, and we got it because our first vacation that we ever took, just the two of us, we went to a cabin in Flagstaff for our anniversary, and the Lego set literally looks exactly like the cabin. It's so cute. So I want to have that back out somewhere so I can like see it again. So cute. So all that's left to put away is all of my romance books, which I want to keep the authors together. So let me start with Emily Henry. Boop, boop. All of her books right here. And then all of her books right here. So cute. What is the order of those though? Because I know Happy Place, technically I know you're supposed to put them like left to right. Oh wait, yeah, left to right. And like Happy Place was the most recent one to come out, but it's also the biggest. So like I kind of want it on the left side because like biggest to smallest, but I know that's incorrect. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Like they're mine, so I can do whatever I want, but like, what is the order of all of Emily Henry's books? Okay, Beach Read, People We Meet on Vacation, Book Lovers, Happy Place, okay. Beach Read, People We Meet on Vacation. Why is that one only hardcover? Does that not make sense to anybody else? Like, that makes me so angry. I hate that. Ugh, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna put the hardcover on this side because that literally just bothers me so much having that like that. I don't care that it's incorrect. I can't do that. No. I think I'm going to put Tessa Bailey's books on here next. Yes, I'm gonna do that. So we have Happened One Summer, Hook, Line, and Sinker, Secretly Yours, and Unfortunately Yours. Then we have, you know what? Should I put these like this to separate like one author and the other? Like that's kind of cute. Maybe I should do it the opposite since, okay, I have an idea. Because this is flat on this side and that's flat in the center, I'm gonna do a flat stack this way. And I'm gonna do Emily Henry's books since the size of that hardcover really just makes me angry. Maybe that won't bother me as much. And then I will do Tessa Bailey's books right here. How are we feeling about that? Okay, these are all the books left that need to find a home, minus Lucy Score's Things We Left Behind. I think I might put Colleen Hoover's books in a little stack because that's the last author that I have that's like, I have multiple of them. I think all the rest of them I only have one. And none of these are going to be on my immediate TBR because like I said, I think I'm going to do the video where I read Colleen Hoover books. Can you see down here? No, you cannot. Also, I have this random little like cabinet here. My grandpa made that for my mom whenever she moved out into her first apartment and she gave it to me. And it's just so cute and tiny and I felt like this was the perfect little spot for it, like underneath where the bookshelf ends. But I want to sand it and like repaint it a fun little pattern or maybe just like sand it and stain it. I don't know yet, but it's not staying this color. It will be something else. I just don't know yet and I don't want to do it until I'm sure. So I'm gonna put her little stack right there. I think I'm going to put the fine print on, well, see, because I don't know. I don't know what I want to be on my TBR out of these. I want to put at least a couple of romances. I've heard that the first book in the Shatter Me series is not like the best, but like the series is good. So then I'm like, do I want to put that in there? Or, I don't know. Maybe I'll put Twisted Love. I think I'm also going to put the fine print and then I'll put the 7-year slip. And then I will put Things We Left Behind, Shatter Me, and Twilight onto the shelf. Also, how cute was this? This is so random. Did we not love the pink shopping basket moment? How cute. Any other time that I've gone to Half Price Books, they didn't have thingies. And so like it's always super hard to carry around all your stuff that you're thinking about, like put it in a cart as a maybe, you know, except for you're holding them all. I found this on Amazon and look how cute. It literally just collapses. So you can keep it in your car and it's flat. And then when you want to use it, you grab the handles and just pop it into place. It fits like perfectly under that little thing and I'll probably use that for extra book storage once I get more books, but it's just right there for now. This is what this is looking like so far. Okay, I'm gonna get my step stool and the little Lego thing and try and put that at the top real quick and see if I like it. I've got a step stool. Don't look in my closet also, it is so gross in there. Don't look at it. I'm gonna do a video where I redo this. It's so bad. A big box of Legos. All right, here she is, the myth, the legend. Girl who's been in a box since June emerges. I love this Lego set because of the meaning behind it. Like, it makes me happy every single, look how cute. It makes me happy every single time that I look at it, not only because it's a cute Lego, but because it makes me think of our little trip that we took together, you know, and like, how much I love him. The chimney came off. Honestly, not gonna lie, I might have to have Mark come in here to put this back together on the pieces that fell off because I can't figure that out without instructions. Marky, can you come here? One sec, he says. I need your help to put this back together because I can't do it without instructions. Please and thank you. Look at this came off. I don't know where that's from. Sure. There's this.
Okay, just one thing at a time. Okay.
Bentley, he's so cute. Did you miss me while you got locked out of the room? Comes with this little like pond area and it has this little bucket of things and it has little life vest. So cute. Love it. Absolutely love it. I'm holding it facing the wrong direction. Do you like the way that I did the bookshelves?
I think you did a good job, baby. Very professional.
Thank you. Here is what the shelf looks like, and then we will do the TBR shelf and be done. Okay, here we are on the other side of my room. A lot less fun and exciting, but this is where my two little random shelves are. Not a lot going on, but I feel like it's the perfect spot to have a little mini TBR place because they're so random and alone that it's like, what else am I gonna put there? These are all the books that I chose to be on my TBR. Most of them are thrillers, and then I chose 3 romances. Let's see. I think I would put thrillers on the top. I put those there, and then the HOUSEMAID next to it like that, and then the 3 romances on the bottom like this. Is that gonna bother me? Ugh, it does bother me. Why does that look so wrong? That looks so off. But I like everything over there. So like, what's a girl to do? I have some extra decorative plants, I think, in the guest bathroom. Let me go see if maybe one of those will look good here. I have found a plant and a candle. Okay, so I think if I'm gonna do the plant, I'm gonna do romances up top because the plant will take up more space. Then I will grab, see, but is it weird? Maybe I'll just stack all of these ones. Should I even put the candle on there or should I just leave it like that? Because that's kind of cute and that's kind of too much. I think I will leave it like this actually. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I am so excited to be making more book content. I'm just like obsessed and I literally cannot wait to start my next read. I think I'm gonna start The HOUSEMAID tonight. Look out for that vlog. I also have a Kindle unboxing and I read my first book on the Kindle, so I vlogged that. That should be up after this one. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one.